Hey everybody, it's Chainsaw Reacts. I'm here today to check out the newest episode of The Flash, Season 9. This is Episode 8. I don't know the title. I'll find out getting into the episode and all that. I tweeted this out a few minutes ago, okay? All I'm asking for is a decent episode. Now, Episode 7, last week's Episode 7, the Dreamer episode, was overall decent. I thought it was way better than 9-6, the 6th episode of this season. My God. That was abysmal, okay? That was a train wreck. Season 9, Episode 6, obviously. I want to forget that episode. And it's still unfortunate. It was in the final season of the show. But at least Episode 7, the Dreamer stuff, was definitely better and more interesting in my personal opinion. So all I'm asking for is a decent episode. We got the trailer for the Oliver Queen return. I freaked out. Love that trailer reaction, of course, up on the channel. So I think that's going to be a great episode. But tonight, Episode 8, please, I can't even talk. It's been a long day. I'm exhausted. I'm sorry, guys. I just want a decent episode. That's all I'm asking for, so I'm hoping we get that. So, I got a few more minutes till the episode starts, about 5 more minutes, so I'm going to sit here just praying and hoping that this is at least solid and worth watching, because that's all I'm asking for, because this season could just be so much better. But anyways, let's dive in. Season 9 episode of The Flash. Let's go. Oh shit, the future. What? Yeah, whoever this is an idiot. Oh. They got that date correct on this episode airing. That's crazy.
Done. What do you think? You think Nora's gonna like it?
Cookie dough ice cream.
That's Nora's favorite.
Yeah, but she's 23.
Yeah.
They're getting ready for Nora.
No way.
Oh, shit.
Iris, this is in mint condition. You know how much it must have hurt having Mark walk out on you.
No, we loved it. We loved it.
I'm pretty sure I can handle one mold inspector.
No, you can't. Why are we playing this up? What the hell?
Mr. Allen, I take it? So what are you looking for besides mold?
I'll be measuring and studying any device, energy, or matter that emits ionized radiation.
What's up with the City Hall gang?
Apparently,
It's a
mold
lot more than Barry
inspection
thought.
triggers every other city inspection.
What the hell?
Your thing with the electrical stuff in it?
Thing with all the breaker box?
Let's go, folks. Let's go, folks.
Folks.
This is super trippy.
Not sure I would have phrased it that way, but I concur.
This place is so big we get lost in here, what, once? Twice a day?
Yeah.
Sure, yeah, sure.
You've got to be kidding me.
How do they keep... Are they back in that room again? Oh my God.
Was that there before?
This would fetch a lot at the Antiques Roadshow.
Oh, okay.
Clearly there are 2 identical labs in this immediate vicinity.
No, there isn't.
I'm trying to call the team. I can't get a signal. It's like we're cut off from the rest of the world.
Okay,
Oh shit.
I'll run to the future. I can find out how we escaped, and then I can run.
Oh no, Barry.
No, Barry, I don't know. I think make sure you bring me back a decent snack from the future.
He's not gonna be able to leave.
Let me have pistachios.
That's not a word.
Yeah, it is. Za, like pizza. Pizza, pizza.
You know, when I went on the Red O'Shaughnessy's a couple weeks ago,
Don't bring this up. Don't bring this up.
All I know is that I love you, and you mean the world to me.
Ooh, I love you. Name drop.
No, I definitely did mean that. I love you a lot, and I don't know why I said it again. What is wrong with me?
Yeah.
Okay, now you talk.
No. Don't. Stay, join us. With 3 of us, we can play
Yeah,
Settlers of
because she
Catan.
doesn't want to talk about this.
are you guys okay?
No.
I'm starving.
Is anybody else hungry?
What the hell? Oh shit.
What was that?
It looks like a force? What the fuck is happening?
I've had enough.
Uh-oh. What? I'm so confused.
We in danger?
I don't know. Are you really telling them? Seriously?
Flash.
Barry.
Whatever.
You really are the Flash.
Yes. I don't know why he had to reveal himself, but whatever.
Are we gonna die?
I don't think so.
No. Nobody is gonna die.
We move from one room, one moment to the next. But we can't do that. We're stuck.
I found out that 100 years from now, a weapons vault would be right here.
Let me guess, one of those weapons will be a time magnet.
Maybe they were in a hurry.
Why would they be in a hurry?
Because they were stealing it.
You know, the thing about roads is when you go down a road, you can always come back.
Oh shit.
You just
Can we not do this right now?
You know, I have some legal briefs upstairs.
I'm
I
gonna
need to
go.
send
You
to
guys
them.
talk.
See,
let's go.
Because she doesn't want to talk about it. She's afraid to talk about it.
Clear.
Look, I'm not some kind of time traveler. This is a ruse.
I
A distraction
let
to
her
cover
test
for
you.
your broken facility.
She did it.
Mrs. Flash?
Mrs.
Me,
Flash.
I didn't even get a chance to scan him. Why should we believe you?
Chester told me he loves me.
What? I love him so much it hurts.
Then say it.
What's the problem?
Bring that back. Who cares?
If he loves you, he's not gonna leave.
Well, I mean, it can happen.
It's the same thing my dad said. You are not gonna lose Chester. And besides,
could happen,
God
though.
forbid you guys break. It's that what you and Chester have, it is something special.
I never should have tried to open that Speed Force tunnel.
I mean,
Barry, I'm
you
sorry.
try. You try to
I'm
figure
not
this
being
out.
detective.
You might have to slow it down a bit for your pregnancy. Doesn't mean you're
Yeah.
never going to get to do the things you love again.
I'm tired all the time now too, and I just want.
I think we're all tired. Just saying.
Sometimes I wish I could go back to my old self. Now I just want some cookie dough ice cream.
I think you mean Vanilla Bean.
Either or.
See?
I know who our time thief is.
How?
The wiring throughout Star Labs is probably faulty, including the check valves.
Could you check those for us, please?
She doesn't know.
Yeah, those valves could be reacting with random electrical fields.
The, red ones.
Call a plumber. Since check valves guide water flow, not electricity.
Shit.
Who are you?
Lady Chronos.
Oh, okay.
The greatest thief time has ever known.
That didn't work out.
Anyone tries to take it from me, they go boom.
Yeah.
How convenient.
If you just want to leave, why'd you kill Howard and the others?
I didn't. The time magnet did. When Howard disappeared, I knew I could use the magnet as a weapon.
If your chrono belt can transport you through time, why not just go to 2123? Put the magnet back.
I can't.
If you want to survive,
We gotta use some
I'm your only
speed.
choice.
How do we know that we can trust you?
Can't. You can't
I've had
trust
the
her.
most direct contact with the magnet. The second I return this, I'll be arrested.
Yep.
At least you'll be alive.
I mean, yeah. I think it worked.
He will be, once the inspection's done.
Exactly.
Oh, they don't remember anything. Okay.
Star Labs is officially mold-free.
And one
Woo.
of the safest ones.
Jesus.
She just wanted to get to know me as a friend. And she
And we didn't
seems
get to see
very
this. I just didn't even
wise.
think about it until
You
just
know
now that we didn't get to see
something
this.
About, do I like cheese fries?
I don't know. We'll find out.
We'll find out.
What I said to you earlier
Can we just get past
way
this?
out of line. So now you want to call the whole thing off, which
That's not what she's doing.
You didn't mess this up. When you said I love you, the first thing I thought was,
We
what
could
if
have
doesn't
gotten
work
this
out?
done
Or
with
what
in the
if
first scene.
I love you too. Good thing I know how to work off all that energy.
Seriously? Okay.
Just so you know, you now have a freezer full of your favorite ice cream.
Damn. Is he paying for this or stealing it? Okay. Okay. Where do I begin? I'll say this. This episode wasn't terrible, but it could have been so much better. And the idea of an inspection in Star Labs, I guess since it's never happened before, and, you know, it's like... I have a lot of problems with this episode. But like I was saying, it's not completely terrible. It's not season 9, episode 6. It definitely was not. And they reference that. Oh my God. They reference that in this episode. But at least it wasn't, to me, that bad. I still was just underwhelmed by this episode. I was really hoping for some more, at least interesting scenes. Not really. And this is just even more painful because it's the final fucking season. It's not like we're getting a season 10, so maybe that season will be better. I'm really holding out for the other episode, and then the last 4, which is supposed to be the final arc, the final arc, right? And so we'll see. Okay, so let's jump into the problems, shall we? With this episode. So the reveal of Lady Chronos, whatever, the reveal of her being the time travel thief or whatever, the time thief, it was so obvious that it was her because she didn't know basic electrical things like the breaker box or whatever. She didn't know anything, and then they, of course, tricked her by saying certain things like, oh, you mean you need to call a plumber because what I just referenced is actually about, it has water, it doesn't deal with electricity at all. It was so obvious even before they decided to trick her in that moment, in that scene early on. It was obvious that something's up with this. And I tweeted saying, this is such a basic issue that I wish I can go back in time as to, like, if I had the Speed Force, if I could go back in time and tell the writer to fix the problem, because there was even someone who said, I was hoping for a red herring. I was hoping for a reveal that it's actually not the person we're suspecting because it's pretty obvious something's up with her, right? And it's like, yeah, because they could have found a way to where she's not that clueless on what she's pretending to be and during the inspection. They could have found a way to make it, a little more, who is it? Like, could it be him? Could it be him? Could it be her? So instead they make it pretty fucking obvious. So it's the writing in that moment, and there's other writing problems, but that in that moment, it is so basic to fix that problem. Another writing issue comes down to, and this also is the fact that I just dislike the character a lot, Allegra. There are 2 ways they can approach in TV and in film as well, but TV it's more so because there's a lot more time to tell story. There's 2 ways writers approach the I love you breaking point in a relationship with characters. The one way, which I think is the more interesting route because we don't have to sit here and do the basic, discussion about, am I ready to open up I love you? I get it, it happens in real life, but when it comes to TV, you have a finite amount of time per episode, and so instead of having some sort of other storyline, like Keone actually talking to her mother, even though it's not her mother, instead of us like actually hearing about it, we could actually have seen that scene. Now, maybe the actress wasn't available, the mom, so maybe that was why they didn't actually show it. But they could have found something else for Allegra to do in the episode, or Allegra, Chester, and, Cecile, but instead they have Chester say I love you in the moment, and then he says it again, and then Allegra doesn't know what to say, and then here comes, Cecile, and it's just awkward, right? And then at the end of the episode, they make up. And it's like, it's so irritating because they could have just bypassed it. Because the one route you could take is, okay, I love you, and then she's like, I'm scared, but I love you too. And then we get past the point, but instead we have to drag it along, and it's so irritating because they could have easily just had that conversation in that moment and not have Cecile come in and ruin it and make it more awkward and kind of break up what was happening and let them actually have an actual moment. Because this happened in the earlier episodes of this arc, or this arc of the season, is that we had the whole thing about, are they going to date, are they not going to date? They had this kiss, blah, blah, and so they did it again, except it didn't last several episodes. But it's still frustrating as hell. Just saying. Another thing that I had an issue with is that it just felt like, okay, we're just kind of sticking in the speed room or whatever they called it, the speed lab. And I get it, it's a budget-saving episode, and so they had this time bandit or whatever, the time thief and all that, and then turning the different people into objects, and Bear revealing himself as the Flash early on in the episode. It's like, the circumstances led it up to it, but like they could have easily just made it to where Barry didn't reveal himself, but then they fixed it because when she actually took back, after the whole science, jargon and all this kind of stuff, and taking it back to the time that she stole it from, which is 21 something in the Flash Museum, which was an interesting opening of the episode. But then it fixes everything to where, okay, so all of the inspectors, including the actual electrical inspector, don't remember, like, of course he doesn't remember anything. They don't remember anything. So Barry technically did reveal himself, but he actually didn't, because I was kind of frustrated that he revealed himself to a bunch of people. But I get it in the moment, because they were kind of stuck in that room, like looping back in, which is, it started off interesting, it kind of fell off, and I just, you know, it's really annoying because I wanted to enjoy this episode more than I did. There's a lot of negatives to the positives. I think the Cecile and Allegra conversation was generic in terms of, like, I'm afraid to love, because every time I love somebody, like, something happens to them. I'm like, this is so basic. Like, I really wish there was more complexity to these moments, and there isn't. And that's really frustrating to me. I'm just ready for the Oliver episode. I said that towards the end. I'm ready for the Oliver episode because, man, this is just, I'm just not invested as much. The only thing that I found interesting in terms of all of these things happening that were just kind of like, whatever, is the fact that Barry and Iris were actually having conversations about their life. I mean, literally, like, we had Barry, like, working on Nora's crib and painting it purple or whatever. Like, that's interesting because that's her color, and at least one of her colors. And so, like, they were having that conversation about their life changing, and Iris, like, my body's changing. I'm not sure I'm ready for these changes. Like, I want to be pregnant, but I also kind of wish everything was kind of back to the way it was, because I feel like I can't really be myself in a sense. And it was like, there's a lot of conversation about that. So I thought that was good dynamic. The after credit scene, which I call that, it's the scene after the Flash logo pops up, but it's technically not over because they have a scene before the credits and then the episode trailer. They had that little scene between Barry and Iris eating ice cream, and it was not necessary to be an after credit scene. Like, usually when you have the Flash logo pop up and then the show still continuing with more, usually that's setting up something else or setting up something interesting. But instead, it's just concluding, kind of wrapping up their part of the episode in regards to their conversation about them together as, you know, being soon to be parents, even though they've already met their kids from the future. Like, it's a whole lot of confusion. I was really hoping that opening scene with the Flash Museum and all that was going to tie in more, and it did with Lady Chronos and everything, but at the same time, it was just that one sequence. Like, it was just like, oh, okay. Because I thought maybe we would actually see more of that, which we kind of did in little flash moments, like in terms of, like, oh, here's her traveling, and this is when she went and took the thing or whatever. It's like, okay. I don't know. I just kind of wish there was more going on. I was kind of hoping that the actual time thief or whatever was somebody we actually met before, but I don't know who could have been, but yeah. So overall, this episode was, it was better than 9/6. I don't know if it was better than 9/7, the Dreamer episode, but at least it wasn't terrible, awful, like, you know, season 6. I almost said season 6, season 9, episode 6. But they still reference that. I can't believe they reference that, seriously. But anyways, that's the video. I'm gonna go now, and yeah. Oh, I'm really hoping for the Oliver episode. Please be good. I'm gonna be so mad if it's bad. I'm gonna be really upset. Hope you guys enjoy. One other positive. We didn't have Chillblaine. Chillblaine wasn't in the episode. Thank God. Thank God. They referenced him, but thank God he wasn't in it. I was like, man, the writers are really gonna fuck me over if they actually have him and he's traveling and doing something or whatever, and we actually get to see it. I'm like, no. Thank God they didn't have him in the episode. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll talk to you guys soon. Peace out.